This will be the scene on a number of different farms across Georgia in the coming months as cotton growers prepare for harvest. Now, while the weather wasn't ideal during the growing season, this year's crop still appears to be a good one overall.
It's especially hard this year on some of our later planted stuff where soil temps were over 100 and we were lacking moisture. So that presented a challenge. We replanted probably more cotton this year than we have in several years before that combined. Rainfall, where rainfall's been limited, we've got some poor cotton, to be honest with you. Where we've had irrigation, we've done a fairly good job. So if we can get the crop in, I think we'll be pretty happy altogether as far as yields go.
Despite some of those difficulties, farmers should still have no problem getting their cotton out of the field on time, if not sooner.
We picked cotton last Friday, and that's one of the first times we've picked cotton in August in a long time. But all in all, I'd say the crop's, I'd say at least 2 to 3 weeks ahead. So as far as looking at it from a standpoint of when we should be pulling the trigger and getting ready to get the harvester out, it's probably sooner than later.
After suffering major damage from Hurricane Michael last year and Hurricane Matthew in 2016, the University of Georgia has been looking at ways to lessen some of the danger these kinds of storms present to the growers. And one of those is seeing just how early a crop can be planted without sacrificing its quality.
The big thing is we can't do anything about a hurricane. If a hurricane comes, it's going to blow cotton on the ground if it's susceptible to that storm. And what we mean by that is we don't want that entire crop to be open to storm damage at one time. And the idea is that we can spread out our risk. In Georgia, we've got the opportunity there to spread out our harvest over a few months.
Even though you're not likely to see a major change on when the seed goes into the ground for most of the crop, it is an option worth considering for some of it, despite the challenges it might create for the farmers.
We know it's more difficult to potentially grow early cotton because you have less room for error, but it can be done, and that's one of the things we're looking at is the different ways producers can impact the time it takes from the day we put that cotton seed in the ground to the day we get the picker out. I don't think we're going to go to an early production system with cotton. We're not going to do that because our system works so well as it is now. But ultimately, I think there's room for us to be able to pull some early and get some of that crop out earlier and spread that risk.
But as for this year, there is plenty of optimism heading into harvest season, which is good news for growers looking to bounce back from a disastrous 2018.
We did a lot of storm assessments last year, and there's no doubt it hurt a lot of people extremely bad, and a lot of farmers are still lucky to be here. So we need a good cotton crop, and all in all, I think we've got it as long as we had the water. And assuming we can get it in the picker this year.
Reporting from Tifton, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.